JAIBHIM JAIMULNIVASI all. Welcome you all once again to MNT News Network special prime time session. Today is Sunday, and as you all of you know, every Sunday we are organizing this session in English language, where the rest of the day we are organizing this session in Hindi. So, considering the English speakers, English viewers, we had continued this series of organizing the panel discussion in English. And today also we are going to discuss a very prominent issue and very relevant issue to the Mulnivasis, the SC/ST, OBCs, and to the depressed classes of this society. So, as you know, this program is live on YouTube and Facebook. So, all the people, viewers who have joined through Facebook, a request to them to share this video on their timeline, personal timeline, so that all other in their network will get a link of this one to, and they also will be get benefited of this very important information. Also, who have joined through YouTube, all they are requested to like, comment, and share this video so that others also will come to know about this important topic. Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic, a topic which we are utilizing, the wordings we are utilizing daily in our day-to-day life. So the topic that we are discussing today is why to say Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi in salutation. So salutation, as you all know, is a very important in everybody's life, every individual's life, and every day we are utilizing it. So what is this salutation? How it is important? To what extent it is important? And how it is playing a role in day-to-day life and the overall culture of the Mulnivasis, that is SC/ST, OBCs, and converted minorities. So this is the topic that we are going to discuss today. And today we had with us our eminent specialist, Mulnivasi N. Sreedhar. Sir, welcome you to MNT News Network studio. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Sreedhar, Jai Bharat.
JAIBHIM JAIMULNIVASI.
First of all, we would like to thank you for joining us today, and also we would like to congratulate you on behalf of MNT News Network for getting elected as a national vice president of an organization, nationwide organization, BAMCEF. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. So on this particular topic that we are going to discuss today is basically a salutation. So we would like to know, because daily we are saying some salutation, we are introducing each other with the salutation. So what this salutation is, or what this salutation means, and what is the importance of it in day-to-day life, or how it was started, or what is the history behind this salutation, that if in brief you can elaborate to our viewers, it will get benefit to involve them in this particular session, sir.
Okay, JAIBHIM JAIMULNIVASI to all. Salutation is a gesture or utterance to make greetings to each other. Actually, generally, if you go outside, if you meet anybody outside, maybe friend or colleague in the office, or any person in the outside, we generally greet each other. So, greeting each other is a sense of recognizing each other, and is some sort of closeness each other. Generally, salutations are, we generally say hello, hi, how are you, how do you do, and namaste, good morning, something like that. So it's a general form of salutations we used in general to make each other some closeness, something, first introduction, like that. Just first prima facie introduction each other, something like that. So that depend along with these words, it depends upon the culture and situations of the country. Some hugs will be there, some each other hugs. In India, they will shake hands are there. In India, generally people will say something, good morning, hello, something like that. In most general way of salutation each other, generally shake hands. Of course, now due to corona times, generally people will not touch each other. Something they used to each other by saying hello, hi, good morning, something by words only. It's a sort of greeting, acknowledging each other. That is acknowledging each other. It's a sort of gesture only, and that's the main purpose of salutation is that only. Generally, in another angle is there for salutation. Another angle is in a social angle. We generally the salutation is act of honor. It's act of identity. It's courteous recognition also. It's a salutation. It has its own that depends upon the situation and angle. We can describe how the salutation should be accordingly. That's the basic thing about the salutation. No, I'm not getting your voice.
Sorry. So basically, any historical aspect is there of the salutation that the way it was created or the way it was, because it is not only present in India, it is present worldwide. So that it must have some definite history or definite initiation of starting this one, of greeting the other person, whosoever we meet. So, how it was evolved in India as far as the Indian scenario is considered, or because Mulnivasi's history, if we see, it also has its own history behind this salutation, how to say and what to say. So, how you would like to say this historical perspective of as far as the Indian condition is considered?
Well, it's for anything in India. Unfortunately or unfortunately, things will be different for anything. For in general, what we had described earlier, it is in general in worldwide. So salutation, it's a gesture or greeting each other, acknowledging each other, is the situation prevails in general in worldwide. Whereas if it comes to India, it's definitely different. Why it is so? So the social system that prevails in India is totally different, no doubt. So many cultures, so many castes, so many languages, so many religions, so many cultures. In addition to that, the social system is in such a way so that no person, everybody recognizes with its caste only. First it's caste only. See, in general, if we go outside, if we in India, see, everybody can easily identify it easily. If we any meet any new person, for example, if we meet any person, generally we just for each other, we greet each other, hi, hello, something like that. Next we'll say our name. As long as we are disclosing our identity, as long as we are disclosing I'm working somewhere, I'm so and so, working as so and so in some organization in so and so area. From all, even if we are keep on telling all these things, even though they cannot complete, our identity cannot complete by that time, until unless we disclose our caste identity by initials or by some other thing, then only our identity will be complete. That is the situation prevailing in India. That is the main, that is the basic difference between Indian society in India and other, when compared to other parts of the world. So here in India, everything, even salutation has its own importance. It has its greatest importance historically, socially, in all means. So earlier we have explained what salutation is. In addition to it's a gesture or acknowledging each other, salutation, other important thing is, important definition is act of honor, and it's a identity. Why this identity or honor comes into the place while discussing about the salutation? people in general are unnecessary. Why this honor and identity? They are pulling unnecessary this honor and identity in this simple salutation. People may generally think like that. No, if the people knows the situation, social situation that prevails in India, nobody will deny it. Nobody will deny it. Everybody, every individual in India, every individual, any person, in any individual, always always live with honor some identity, without which no use of living life. So Baba Sahib himself told that our fight not for the wealth or power. Our fight is for the human identity, human dignity, which denies ages together under Baba Sahib. Ante that means human dignity and identity is more important than any other thing. So without which there is no use of lead our life. That is the basic thing. So salutation and this honor and identity, there is a link is historical link is there, historical link. For everything there is a history. We should know the history. Baba Sahib is in his famous quotation told, in his family everybody knows that without knowing history nobody can create history. That is the most famous quotation. So we should know the real history. Why we should saying a real history? Whatever history we are learning or reading or we are knowing through different medias, it is not a real history. It was written by Brahminical forces, by hiding the real things, by highlighting their own image, and their dishonoring so many people of this country. There are so many illegal and what do you say? It's unfactual things were incorporated in history. That's why we should know the real history. The history written by so many real histories are there. Real history is there that was investigated and given by our forefathers. If we go through that real history, then only we could able to know our real identity and a real honor, which we know more today, and we are trying to regain that honor and history. So that starts with honor and identity. The salutation will links with that only.
Right, sir. This specifically salutation, as you are telling that it has its historical aspect, historical background. So when this salutation was started, basically, if we see the Western culture or Western parts of salutation, it starts with respecting the fellow person who is in front of them, say by saying hello, by saying how are you, and a sort of a personal touch that we get when we personally meet. So, as far as the Indian condition is considered and historical aspects that we are talking, basically how this aspect you see as far as the Indian concern, specifically the Mulnivasis are concerned with respect to the age-old Vedic culture or Vedic literatures of as far as the salutations is considered, how it whether it was a respectful thing that one was started, or it was having its own behind the curtain philosophy of creating a salutation so that how to treat person who is in front of us. How do you
Yes.
see this, sir?
Yes, it's totally different when we compare with Western countries, no doubt about it. But even in India, we should not take these salutations if in cosmopolitan cities or towns. So most of the things that are happening in cosmopolitan cities and towns is totally different when we compare with the rural areas. So salutation is in generally in cosmopolitan cities or towns in India and Western countries. It's respecting each other and acknowledging each other. That is there. Whereas in rural India, where most of the our Mulnivasi people resides, so greeting or even that greeting set aside greeting, they call people people belongs to OBC, SC, ST, not with their original names. See, the way they call people with their names itself shows how they treat our people. Especially our people means OBC, SC, ST, and religious converted Mulnivasis. So that we can easily identify how they respect and how they give the honor, how they treat, basically how they treat our people in rural areas. That is the thing. So actually now at present, before going to the history back, we see present, at present, what is our identity? Simply we say our identities, no doubt, not our name, not our initial. Anybody can easily recognize, acknowledge that our identity is caste identity only, nothing else, nothing else. Only our identity. Anybody, any person will treated and will identify with this is caste only. So that means this is caste identity. Is that caste identity gives pride to all of our people of India? That is the big question. So, so this same caste identity that is being given to each Indian. So that is not at all giving pride. More, some people belongs to some caste giving honor to them, and the same caste identity. Most of the people not getting caste identity, that honor to them with this caste identity. That is the basic problem. So if you are getting same honor along with all other people, no problem, whatever it may be, the honor should be there. That identity, whatever identity, that should give some honor to them, without which no question, no use of leading the life. So the thing is, with this caste identity, we are not at all getting any honor to our people, that is belongs to OBC, SC, ST. So is this identity we have been getting since ages together? No. Earlier, before this caste identity, we have been treated in Varna system. Before caste system, it was Varna system. In a Varna system, there were four Varnas. That is, everybody knows that Brahman Varna, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. Of course, Sudras are there. But in this Brahmin Varna system, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya are getting more honor with their system, with their varnas, whereas Sudras and Atisudras, they are not at all treated with honor. They are not at all given any respect to them. Moreover, they have been treated as slaves. They are given. They are supposed to be there for give the all sort of what do you say? All sort of things to do above four varnas. That is the identity in varna system. If you go back, is it so in if you go historically, is it so our identity in Varna system and in present caste system? No, it is not there. It is not. It was not the situation. If you go through real history, so if it is so, what is our identity in previous in historically? What was our identity? How it was, and why this sort of identity is not there? It is not there in present system. That how to get it back, that honor and identity. That is the basic question. If you go through this historical real history, shall I continue?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay. If you go real history that was written by our forefathers with proofs, If you go back, we were the rulers. We mean here, we means our OBC, SC, STs. Earlier, it was a Ghana system is there. In during Ghana system, there were 16 Ghanas are there. Kasi, Koshala, Anga, Magadha, something like that. There are 16 Ghanas are there. In each Ghana, everybody was treated equally with their respect. Generally, in society, what is the basis for honor and respect each other? If we give respect other person, if he is really above our age, is more than our age, we will give, generally will give the respect. Other thing, will give respect in generally, if we having, even though he is less younger than us, will give respect. If he is really in modern days, if he is in good position, then we'll give the respect to them. In addition to that, if he really having knowledge more than that, even though younger to us, he having more knowledge, then only give the respect to them. This is the three basic situations which generally will give the honor and respect to others. So that is the actual situation that was prevailed in those days. That is in during the Ghana system. So everybody will treat as equally. So equally, and based on their knowledge, based on their age, and based on their position only, they used to respect. That is the situation during those days. That is during the Ghana system is there. But it was great system is there, great culture. Maternal system is not there. Maternal system is there. Dravidian culture is there. Mulnivasi culture is there. It's great. Everybody will treat it as equally. That is the situation that was there. People will surprise, even cannot imagine that situation was there, where in the society everybody is treated as equally. Even people cannot imagine right now. Hurry, everybody treats equally. Everybody surprised. They will surprise that was the situation. Moreover, we are the rulers. We are the rulers. There is no bar. He should be the ruler. He should be treated as like that. No, whoever got that talent, they should be treated equivalent. They can rule also. That is the situation prevailed in those days. So gradually, what actually happened, really 3000 years back, Aryans has entered in our, of course they entered like outsiders just for the sake of the livelihood only. But due to their crooked method, after seeing the situation that prevailed in India, they got the bad mentality. Due to their bad mentality, along with that bad mentality, they have the horse and other weapon, iron weapon. They used their crooked mentality. They defeated all these 16 Ganas, and they collapsed all the this maternal system, and as well as this total culture, Dravidian culture or Munivasi culture that is there. So gradually they established Varna system. During this Varna system, what they have done is to maintain the hegemony, they maintain the supremacy, they control the total administration, controlling the people. They introduced this Varna system. All the Aryans are divided themselves to make this total situation and administration in their control. They themselves divided into Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, and all other people, those who are original inhabitant of this country, the Mulnivasis of this country, they have been treated as separate, and later stage they are given the name Sudras. All these things detailedly explained by the Baba Sahib in who were Sudras, how they became fourth Varna in an Indo-Aryan system. It was with every proof. If you go through that famous book, which was given to dedicated to great Phule Sahib, in that who were Sudras, how they became fourth one in Indo-Aryan system, clearly mentioned. In that he Baba Sahib questioned. Actually, when the Aryans entered into the India, there were the three Varnas only. How this fourth one has come? He questioned himself and given that detailed explanation how this fourth one has come into existence. Of course, there is most of the historical reasons are there that we cannot explain here as the time is very less. But ultimately, four Varna system has incorporated for their maintaining this administration and their supremacy and all this. Here, the situation in the Varna system, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, Brahmins are their they are policy makers, how the system should run, and the Kshatriya should govern the entire boundaries with the administration, and whereas Vaishyas they will do the all sort of business and to maintain the all this financial all those things. But all they are divided to control all these original inhabitants of this India. That is, they given them as a, named as Sudras. Their only thing is all these three Varnas commonly control this majority of the Sudras, whereas these Sudras, their only thing is to treat service. That treat means no service in all sort of services to above three Varnas. That was the situation. So after that Varna system, it has become caste system. How this Varna system became caste system? This is the, see, surprisingly, till now, if you ask anybody how the caste has emerged, how the caste system has evolved, nobody can tell. But at the age of 25, 1916 itself, Baba Sahib written a great book, The Caste, its Genesis Mechanism. As a part of his PhD thesis submission, at the age of 25 only, he arrived how the caste was being formed in India, how this caste system is prevailed, and how it is running in our society. Surprisingly, when I used to take the cadre camps in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, I generally ask the people, so many people, what is the caste, how it was formed, can anybody tell? Nobody. So, but unfortunately, nobody knows. Even our Mulnivasis don't know how the caste was evolved, how the caste was emerged in our society, how this situation. Of course, they can. Everybody recognizes that caste is there, caste system is there, some graded degradation is there, but how it was evolved. That is the great one of the most key point one should know, without which cannot go beyond that. Okay, we will discuss about it later in detail. But anyhow, after for their purpose only, here one thing is we should identify that whatever the systems evolves in India, back from Gana system to Varna system to caste system, whatever systems, social system that evolves in India, all the system being maintained and created by Brahmins only, and maintained by Brahmins only, and their whatever the benefits through this social system, they're getting by the Brahmins only. So all these things being done by the Brahmins to maintain their supremacy, to control over the entire systems, social system, whatever the system depends that prevails in the social system, to maintain that only, to maintain that supremacy only, they create all these systems. Of course, at present we are in the caste system. Thing is here, problem is, so if it is a general caste as other that prevails in every country, no problem. So many systems, every country has its own social system, that is there. So every country, every civilized country has its own social system. So like that, India has also one caste social system. It is called, named as caste system. If it is normal way, no problem. But thing is, caste system, that was the great definition given by the Baba Sahib. Caste system is given, it was based on the graded degradation, and it has its religious sanctities there. In that was the definition given by the Baba Sahib. Caste system based on the graded degradation. So, graded degradation itself, it's a very crucial part we should understand, to know the importance of salutation, to know the why should we give the importance to salutation, why should we give the importance to JAIBHIM JAIMULNIVASI. All this history has its own importance linked with the salutation. So everybody simply say, why unnecessarily simply saying history? For everything we are simply saying history. without knowing history, we cannot create history. We cannot creating means here creating. What do you mean by creating the history? So nothing but creating history is nothing but recollecting or what do you say? Recollecting or reinventing or recreation of our real identity, real pride, and a real situation that was there in earlier in the history. Without knowing history, we cannot create that. So how this degradation? So see graded degradation. How this was happened? So some with this caste system, some caste people will feel pride with their caste. Some other people feel something like that. Some other people feel very dishonor and very low inferior with their own caste. That is the situation of the caste system in India. So, with this situation, how this salutation plays very important role that we should know. Before that, anything do you ask? Do you want to ask question?
Specifically, as you are telling that this to maintain the hegemony and to maintain the system, this caste identity was created, and rules were made in such a way that in each and every aspect of way of living the human life, people will go through this their supremacy or their hegemony, whatever they thought of. So I think in the salutation part also they had. Created in such a way that this the behind thinking will remain in this part also of salutation, and
Yes.
that may be the reason, as you were saying, that as there were thousands of caste and thousands of castes are there, and each one has having its own identity. And if one is feeling that if we are respecting others with their own caste identity, then they will feel proud, but they are not knowing the thinking behind it, that they are strengthening the caste system to a greater extent, and trying to maintain the gap between the caste to caste, and the polarization between the caste will never happen. Like that thinking is there, or behind curtain thinking is there, they're not really into. So basically, as far as their thinking is considered, and our overall social movement and our forefathers thinking is considered, how this if we have to bring the polar, they are thinking that we should remain divided. But if we have to polarize, we have to solve our own problem, and if we are 85% of the population of India, then to resolve our population, and if salutation is also playing an important role in polarizing, how do you think so? What should be the thinking process, or what the people should take into consideration in this particular aspect, the salutation as a part.
Okay. Well, here the total abstract of the history. If you go, we get that abstract of the history. Situation has come to such a way that now we are at in the caste system. Okay. So thing is, Brahmins in Varna system, Brahmins become Brahman caste. In Kshatriya, Varna becomes Kshatriya caste, and whereas Vaishyas become Vaishya caste. Whereas Sudras, they have been divided into 4,000, 6,470 castes, nearly 6,000 castes, if I say. See how they have been divided into such a 6,000 castes, and moreover, no caste equal to others. They have been divided, and they never treated as a single identity. There is no single identity. If you go back to our history, those who are being treated as sutras now 6,000, they have been divided into 6,000 castes. It- Earlier, before constitution came into the effect, they were identified in individual caste. After constitution came into the effect, some castes are as consolidated as SCs, some other castes are STs, some other castes are OBCs. So, based on that historical and other situations taking to consideration. So, as Babas have said, caste has a double-edged weapon. They can be used for uniting the people. They can use it for the dividing the people as well. Baba Sahib used this weapon for uniting the people by simply consolidating them as SC, ST, OBC. All these are, if you go back, all SC, ST, OBCs, those are divided into 6,000 cats, or earlier they were Sudras in Varna system. Earlier, if you go back, further back, they were Mulnivasis this country, original inhabitant of this country. Whereas Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Varna system as well as in caste system, they are foreigners. They are outsiders. They are Aryans. Those who came from outside of Indian border. Whereas these Sudras, they are original inhabitants of this country. They are divided into nearly 6,000 cats. See why they are divided into 6,000 cats in one part, and other thing is how they are divided. And thing is they divided because to make them weak, or they themselves. See, historically, before independence, before constitution came into effect, that is one situation. After independence, after this one, constitution came into effect, the situation is totally different. Thing, our people may not recognize our identity, our honor with the salutation. Simply, they will simply say, what is there? Simply saying hello or something. What is good morning? What is there? What is the importance in simply saying something JAIBHIM or JAIMULNIVASI? Something was they treat it as in a casual manner, in a light manner. Thing is, our people cannot recognize it. Thing is, see, Mulnivasi, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Bhim. See the words Jai Bhim, Jai Bhim. Of course, everybody knows that Jai Bhim is a general way of treating each other by the Mulnivasis. Jai Bhim means it's the whatever the thinking of the ideologies or objectives of the Baba Sahib should go further. Something that is the meaning of Jai Bhim by treating each other. Whereas Mulnivasis, see, Mulnivasi, the word itself, if you go through in detail in Mool Nivasi, it's a two words combination. Mool means it's a original inhabitants of this India. Nivasi means Mool Nivasis means original inhabitants of this India. Bhumiputra, you can say Bhumiputra, original inhabitants of India. If you say one, see, in generally, if two persons are there, if you say second person is very good, means what means the other person is bad. Simply saying that we are saying we are the Mulnivasis means simply we means SC, ST, OBC, we are the Mulnivasis. Garu se kaho, we are the Mulnivasis. BAMCEF starts coin this Mulnivasi word and used it in the society before our people recognize our opponents recognize it before our people. See, it has its own importance. Every word it has its historic identity is importance. See, for which I will give the one historical example. When Muslims, Mughals came into India, after conquering the India, they defeated local rulers. They came just to rule the India only, just to take the money and everything. But after seeing the situation in India, they became rulers. But to identify the defeated people in India, they simply given the name for the local people as Hindu people. So identify the all local people. They given the name Hindu means in Persia, they have Persia. Hind means the defeated people. As they are they defeated all the local people, they treated them as called them as Hindu. Same thing at that time, so-called Brahmins, they opposed this word Hindu. They opposed. Moreover, they argued with the Muslim rulers. We like you. We also came from outside. We also defeated the local people. We are also the winners. We are not at all defeated people. You cannot treat as with the other people, and don't call us as a Hindu. They rejected at that time during that 12th century. No, during that Mughals period, 11th 12th century. But later on, simply BAMCEF, when BAMCEF was coined this Mulnivasi and tried to propagate in the society way back in 95, 96, 97 times, our people simply are what this Mulnivasi. You simply are forgetting JAIBHIM. What this new coin you are using new word Mulnivasi unnecessarily. But before our people, they recognize it. They just they sense it, and they start using they used this Hindu word back. They start using the Hindu word back just to make our people in a confusion manner, and make our people to in the name of Hindu, they trying to unite our in their in the name of Hindu. They simply treat all these people in a single word Hindu, simply to make themselves avoid from the Mulnivasi word. See, and moreover, they coined this "Garv se koho hum Hindu hai." Say those who objected and rejected the word Hindu immediately after coining the Mulnivasi by the BAMCEF, they simply start using Hindu word, and they given the more importance to this one. So see how this salutation and the word has its own importance for the identity and honor. So Mulnivasi means it gives honor to our people. So that itself, the word itself gives the pride, honor to our people. So that itself shows how we what we were earlier, what we are supposed to be. That will give the pride, and as well as what we are, it give the indication and strive our people where we have to go to recreate, how we can recreate our history. That is the main motto behind this Mulnivasi. That's we can say Garu se koho, we are Mulnivasis. That we should say Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi in a great manner, in a great way, to recognize ourselves with great identity and great honor, to get the great honor. That is the thing. That is the thing behind this Mulnivasi, Jai Mulnivasi.
Correct, sir. So definitely this JAIBHIM Jaimulnivasi, the thinking behind it is not a new this one, but it is a continuation of our forefathers' thinking and forefathers' for vision of uniting and polarizing the indigenous people, the Mulnivasis of this country, even though it may be in the form of salutation. So salutation should be, because these salutations, as far as the historical aspects you see, it ways for the deterioration point of view, or to determine or to undermine the front people. So when Brahmin or when scheduled caste people were able to greet any person who is from the Brahmin Vaishya Shudra, they were forced to say Johar my Bap, or we are the defeated people. So like that, they were continuously bombarded with the salutation that we are the defeated people and you are the victorious people. So that is what their thinking and their historical aspects are there. So definitely salutation should be such as its basic thinking behind it, that we should treat others equal, or we should greet others equal, so that each and every individual will feel proud of associating with others. So definitely, as you correctly pointed out, that Jaibhim Jaimulnivasi means, we are also indigenous and you are also indigenous people. So why we should say why there should be inferiority complex between us? So we both are from same status and same originity. So we should be proud of our originity, and that thinking really will help in polarizing the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and other backward classes, and even minorities, because they are also part of this social system. So definitely the concept that was coined by your organization it is as far as your association with this organization is considered. How do you see the effect of utilizing this particular salutation, JAIBHIM JAIMULNIVASI, on the overall aspect of the social life of people? What your experience says in brief, sir?
Well, generally, if you see India overall, there are, as we already said, there are people, different castes, different cultures, different religions, different languages. As per the history, we can clearly know that our people, Mulvasis are there, OBC, SC, ST are, they are one blood and one race. They are one. They are one. But that is there. But how to make them unite? How to create brotherhood among people, those who are divided into 6,000 castes? That is the big question. So, the, our people, one side, are divided into nearly 6,000 castes. They're being treated, they themselves graded degradation situation, and different languages, different cultures, different religions. Our people being divided like that. So, to how to make people unite, that is the situation on paper. Our OBC, SC, ST are and religious converted minorities are 85%, whereas Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, and ruling castes are 15%. On paper, if you see 85% versus 15%, it's a great figure. But in practice, in practical, log हमारा मगर their दिमाग हमारा नहीं है. That is the situation. Our people mind is purely occupied by Brahminical ideology, Brahminism. That is the situation. In addition to that, we have been divided and treating different with different castes and cultures and languages, religions. In this vast diversity situation, how to unite the people, bring back the unity among the people, how to bring back minimum brotherhood among the among the 6,000 divided castes? That is the big question. So for this, our forefathers clearly, our the founder of this BAMCEF organization, Kapate Sab, in one of his cadre camps, clearly mentioned that to get the to make the unite the all these 6,000 divided castes, there should be one thing is the there should be common language and a common culture and common ideology and common objective. So these are the basic things we should have. So set aside this common language, that is practically not possible, and common culture, that will come later part. Whereas common ideology and common objective, that should be we can create, inculcate by propagating Baba Sahib Phule Ambedkar ideology in nook and corner of the country, to give the in detail to our people one to one through cadre camps, to corner meetings, through conventions, through symposiums, different way. In we can by propagating ideology, we can make the people uniform in thinking, uniformity thinking, uniformity in speech, uniformity in action. If we create uniformity in all these things, then only people will come together each other. And in addition to this, this salutation will give the oxygen to it. So, by simply saying Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, that itself indicates we the people of India, something like that. We the original inhabitants of this India. We the rulers, we were the rulers, we will be the rulers. Some sort of thing, that kind of pride, that kind of honor will come to this is the one of the major thing that will act. People make the people, those who are divided into 6,000 cats, with graded degradation in our society. This Jai Mulnivasi, along with the Jai Bhim Jai Mulnivasi, will give the great impact to our people in our society, to make towards the unity, and make situation and make brotherhood among the 6,000 divided castes. That is the main motto behind this Jai Bhim and Jai Mulnivasi. Historical background is there, and with that historical great history, real history, we used to we use this Jai Bhim Jai Mulnivasi, make our people unite, and brotherhood among the 6,000 divided castes. That is OBC, SC, ST, religiously converted minorities. That is the main motto that we have to do every time, and every nook and corner of this country. Among, we have to propagate full Ambedkar ideology at every time by our people only. That the situation will no doubt situation will change. And this basically first, in salutation itself, Jai Bhim Jai Mulnivasi will give the pride, immediately first pride. What is, if at all, if anybody don't know what is this, if we really ask what is this Mulnivasi, then if we really sincerely ask this what is this Mulnivasi, we can tell them what is Mulnivasi, who is Mulnivasi, how we were, how we have been divided, how the situation present, of course present situation they can sense, how they thought that we have been like this by different reasons. But they, if you tell the real history, they can realize. And they used to say Jai Mulnivasi. The Jai Mulnivasi itself, Jai Bhim Jai Mulnivasi, will give the prima facie a sort of honor and identity to every Mulnivasis in this country. That is OBC, SC, ST, religious converted Mulnivasis. That's it.
Right, sir. Very well said, and very well message given by you on this particular issue, that for polarization and to regain our own history, such type of salutation has its own importance, and people should take it in positive way. Specifically, who are in the verge of this social awakening and social movement, all the viewers, all the cadres, they should think in this particular aspect. It has its own importance, and it has been created, or it has been there in the history and today for some specific purpose. So every salutation should feel proud of each and everybody. So from that point, that aspect, as far as the polarization of 85% scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, and other backward class and minorities are concerned, this Jai Bhim Jai Mulnivasi concept, or this Jai Bhim Jai Mulnivasi salutation, will definitely play a great role in regaining and renewing their own history, as well as polarizing them as a brotherhood, and creating brotherhood between them, which will create a force to fight against their own problems, and to move towards their own solution. Sir, we are almost toward the end of the session, and I will like to thank you for sparing your valuable time. In spite of your audience, still you have joined our studio today, and you had elaborated more on this particular aspect of salutation, how it plays, what is the history, as well as how it plays an important role in current situation. Sir, at the end, we would like to take your message to our viewers as far as the today's topic is considered, or your organizational vision is considered in this, but as far as the salutation is considered, your message to our viewers, sir.
So instead of saying hello, good morning, and other things, simply say Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi. It will give pride to you and as well as others, those who are greeting to others. It will give the one sort of, yeah, if you really know our history, then that itself give the strength, that will give the pride. By simply saying Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, it not only the word itself, while we are uttering it, will feel great feeling. So if we start saying Jai Bhim, Jai Munivasi, treating others and greeting others, it will give great honor not only to you, entire Mulnivasis this country. That should be the in general salutation to our. It should be habituated. Make it habituate. Make it habituate by simply saying Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi. Whenever you meet your own brother, start saying in our own family. Start saying with your wife, with your daughter, with your son, with your own family first. Next to your friends, next to your relatives. In total, in first relatives. Start saying first they will in a doubt, they will dishonor it, but slowly it will honor. See, in general, in situation, people earlier, if you start say 15 85%, 15%, our forefather kapates of earlier said, they used to laugh at our own people, laugh at it. What is this 85%, 15%? No, it's a very silly thing. After that, Boson word. What is Boson word? But now, OBC, SC, ST, they are one blood, one race. That start the most surprise thing is, before recognizing by our people, our enemy is recognizing it, they are coining the perfect opposite word for it. Our people are not, of course, our people may be slow, but once they grab it, it will the thing will be go smoothly automatically. So make it, it's a common thing our people used to say in honor and great pride manner. It's make it habitual to treat our people Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivas only. Then only it will go within nook and corner of the country. That make it a habit. Make it a habit. That is the thing. That's
Correct,
it.
sir.
Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining today and elaborating on this particular aspect of salutation. Definitely hope that our viewers had got more informative information on this particular aspect, and they came to know about the background history and its impact specifically that is going to create in the day-to-day life and resolving their own issues. Thank you very much, sir, on behalf of MNT News Network for joining today. We will again invite you on different aspects and different topics, and hope you will again join us and enlighten our viewers on different aspects. Sir. Thank you very much, sir. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Savidhan,
Jai
Jai Bhim.
Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi.
Thank you. With your permission, I would like to announce for tomorrow's topic. Tomorrow is Monday, and Monday, as you know, all that every day we are organizing the sessions in Hindi. And tomorrow also we are going to organize one important topic which is related with political concepts. The tomorrow's topic under the prime time session, 13 June, tomorrow is Monday, and 8:30 we are going to discuss about राजनीति सिद्धांत और वर्ग संघर्ष पर आधारित होनी चाहिए. It is a statement of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Again repeating, राजनीति सिद्धांत और वर्ग संघर्ष पर आधारित होनी चाहिए. So this is the topic that we are going to discuss tomorrow, and we have with us eminent specialist analyst on this particular aspect, who is going to deliver his views. He is Mulnivasi R.K. Vidyarthi. He is a national organizing secretary of PPID, and he is going to enlighten us about these particular aspects of politics, its principles, and its importance as visioned by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. So join us tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. and enlighten yourself, and also pass on the link of this particular session, this live prime time session to all your colleagues and all your family members, so that they will also come to know about these important aspects, important philosophies, and they will get awakened on this particular aspect. Thank you very much for joining us today. Jai Bhim, Jai Mulnivasi, Jai Savidhan, Jai Bharat.